closer. Do you think that once the whole autonomous and electric car um, phenomenon explodes into the masses, do you
Mm-hmm.
think that Tesla's gonna be at the forefront of it, or do you think that it's gonna be more of a, how should I put it, more of a equally divided thing amongst various competitors, or do
Yeah.
you think that it's gonna
Yeah.
be just, I don't know, like for example, tobacco is five big companies, so there's gonna be five
I mean,
big car companies,
so what I think for wait, so are you talking about for
autonomous driving,
autonomous driving,
autonomous,
not cars in general?
not cars, autonomous
Okay,
driving.
so I think personally, Tesla will be at the forefront, and here's why. Because right now, there are, to my knowledge at least, there are two players, big players in this space. One is Tesla, and one is Waymo, which is basically, I believe it's owned by Google. Okay, and they have two very different approaches. So what Tesla is doing, because Tesla's cars are on the road, they they they're collecting data of how the roads are in very local environments. Okay, so their software adapts to the local environment, and they have loads of data, like much more data than Waymo. And Waymo's approach is not data driven. I mean, it is obviously all technology data driven, but it's not data driven relative to Tesla, because what they're doing is they're focusing on they only have their hub in San Francisco, and their cars, the software is made to like it's it's more reactionary, you know. It doesn't predict. It drives based on what happens, because they don't have the data, right? They don't have Tesla, for example. Tesla's cars are everywhere in the U.S. They're even outside the U.S., but in the U.S. is where the major influx has begun.
Right.
And every local environment has its own little nuances. It has its own little uh, like black swan events. Like it has its own type of extraordinary event, like fires, for example. Like fires is more prone in the Malibu area, stuff like that. And what their software does is based on the data they collect from these local environments, it adapts to the local environments and evolves based on those needs. Okay,
Sure.
so and just putting it out there, it's already right now Tesla's cars are the top 1, 2, 3 safest. So that's already there.
I didn't know that.
So the X3 NS, Model X, Model 3, and Model S, and so yeah, so they're taking this very localized, data-driven approach. Okay, and Waymo, they can't do that. They have to create this universal software that theoretically has to work anywhere the car goes, but it doesn't know. It hasn't adapted to the local environment. It has this one universal approach for all. It's like a one size fit all versus tailor made. That's what we're comparing.
Okay.
Now, in that situation, as it stands today, I don't see how anyone can beat Tesla.
That's true. I mean, they have a big advantage, which is their cars are already on the road.
Dude, they have like billions of miles
Yeah.
already driven.
Yeah, especially in the major cities, just like LA. I don't know if New York, but I'm sure San
Yeah.
Francisco, and so forth. I mean, yeah, when you put it that way.
I learned this because that Kathy Wood lady, she got Elon Musk on her podcast.
Oh, she has a podcast.
So basically, her firm, her private hedge fund, is the first hedge fund to go open source. So all the research they do, they put it out to the public for free, and no hedge fund does that, because companies that do their own research, who essentially manage billions of dollars, they keep all their research private. But
Yeah.
and that kind of makes sense, you know, because you don't want to give other people
What you're doing.
what you're doing, especially with billions of dollars on the line. But they have a completely flipped model. They have they put out everything. You can. This is all what I learned. All this about her and her company. So she has. So her company has a podcast. Like obviously, she doesn't operate it, but like,
Yeah, I mean,
people.
she's one of the speakers.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And Elon Musk like the podcast episode was Elon Musk, her, and the autonomous driving specialist at the firm. So, side note, in the firm, they also, the way they structure it is completely different from traditional hedge funds, because traditional hedge funds, they have a siloed approach. So for example, the auto analyst will only look at the auto industry. Then we have the pharmaceuticals who will only look at the pharmaceuticals industry. Then you have technology who will only look at technology. The thing is, what she says, which is very true, is technology is everywhere. Like every industry is technology. So for example, where in a traditional firm, an auto analyst will analyze Tesla, it makes no sense because Tesla is not an auto company. It's a car company, yes, but it's also an AI company, and it's also a battery company. Battery technology is also another huge one of the focuses. So these are three exponential technologies all in one, and you can't have one analyst like working on it. It makes no sense. You can't make predictions. So in her company, they have like coalitions of autonomous agents, whatever battery. So basically, the one responsible for Tesla, that analyst, her, and Elon Musk. And Elon Musk said this exact thing, that their approach to autonomous is distributed. Each local environment is evolving to be safest for that environment.
Okay.
So like, I don't see how, like, maybe there'll be new companies that, because governments naturally are against monopolies, right? I mean,
Yeah,
rightfully
that's
so.
what I was gonna say.
So if they're an entrance to compete with Tesla, this is just a completely uneducated prediction, but it could be from, like, if Tesla's broken up. But if Tesla isn't broken up, I don't see how anyone can compete with them.
Something to think about.
Yeah, dude, that's why I'm gonna get a Tesla, dude, when I get a car.
I'm still skeptical, but I think eventually everybody's gonna